There were no lines, there were no crowds, but there were a lot of people voting.
A record-breaking number of people voting. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson announcing today that more than 2.5 million voters cast ballots in this year's primary, beating the previous record set in 2018. And she says it's all because of absentee ballots, which allowed polling places across the state to run smoothly and safely during the pandemic.
1.6 million votes were cast through the mail or returned through drop boxes across the state or in person at clerk's offices. This is more absentee ballots that have ever been cast in Michigan's history.
However, two Michigan laws, one preventing the processing of absentee ballots before polls open, and the other requiring ballots to arrive at clerk's offices or drop boxes by 8 o'clock on Election Day, could cause massive delays in November. And Benson says this year's primary has shown that those laws need to be changed, with the counting of several absentee ballots continuing until late the next day.
4 of our largest counties could not do any reporting until well into Wednesday, with the final counting again finishing last night. Of course, the good news is this legislative change could change that, and we'll be working with our legislators to make that adjustment.
She's talking about a bill that would allow the processing of absentee ballots prior to Election Day. And Benson says they're also pushing for additional funding toward the U.S. Postal Service in order to prevent the rejection of absentee ballots that were mailed but didn't arrive on time.
What that means is we need to build an infrastructure both in our state and we need the federal infrastructure to support that.
In Saginaw, Jonathan Jackson, WNEM TV 5.